No, but either way, you have to adjust. It's a business we're in. You can't walk into
There comes a time.
NBC and be like, yo, what? Like on the news
There comes a
channel,
time in a
you
man's
know,
life, you know what I mean, where you could just put
balance.
it down for a moment and just have
For 40 minutes.
self-control.
For 40 minutes is the most I can do.
How is that going? Your self-control. You're like really honing in on your craft right now with self-control and discipline. And you were telling me about this the other day, and I was like super impressed because I feel like you came here with, you know, as I love when men say a mission, but
Yeah.
you came here with a mission, and then you've honed in and focused in, because you came from a completely other country, third world country, and you've come into this country where it's the land of dreams and opportunities, but like you kind of had to rise and fall and have the expectations and realize not to have the expectations. So how's the discipline and the focus? Like, where did it come from, and how's it serving you now?
She's really good at this, you know what I mean? It's a good one. I would say, like, just like with anything else, like a seed, you know, you see the stages of it going. You see it starts to come out the seed, a little sprout, and then it grows, and then you see the leaves and then the fruit. It's like, I've learned now at this end of it that discipline is like a seed. And you really won't understand it until it starts to have its leaves and the little branches, and you can see, oh, that little fruit is growing. So for me, it took me a time to understand what discipline really meant, because you could be really doing the same thing every day and not doing nothing for real. You could be thinking you're doing a good routine. You could be thinking you're being disciplined, but you're going out to clubs. You're probably drinking. You're probably, for me, it was like, it was a lot of extra time and energy being wasted on things that I know at the end of the day wouldn't benefit me. But I still did it. It was almost like giving myself my own crutch, like, oh, I'm going to do this and then complain about it later. It don't make sense. So for me, being here, I was able to hone in on the discipline so much more, Xenia, because you really don't have no excuse. Like, as you said, I'm from Jamaica. My family's watching. My country's watching. My peers are watching. You know, I'm watching myself too from within, like, what new growth, what new boundaries, what is my limits, what are my, like, you know, like, it's like when I was working out at the gym the other day, you know, when you're trying to do certain workouts, you might start to shake at a certain point. It's because you're putting stress on a point that you've never used before,
Threshold.
like a muscle, like, or, wow, this is new. So your body is like, hey. So that, I was going through a lot of those, like, I've been pushed to the point of, like, almost like breaking, but it's just a little shake or like a little stress point. And then it just kind of blossomed into tools. Those were the fruits after the tree grew. It's like tools. Like, I took your scripting and added to my life, like, every day, not just 28 days. It's like, and not even like every day, like a robot, like, I want to get this thing manifested. It's like, oh, today I'm just doing it in my mind. Tomorrow, might skip on one day. I might come back, oh, thankful for these things, you know, adding working out to my life. Boundaries, that's a very new thing for me. I learned that this year. So those are the tools I got from going through the discipline, because while you're going through it, it really don't make sense until you reach the end, till you realize all of these stress tests, all of these endurance tests, all of these changes, growth, all of these letting goes and stuff, they turn into tools that help you stay within the discipline. So that's really what I've done. Yeah.
How has it been with relationships with people in general? Because this business that we do in music is, it does put some strains on friendships. People want to hang and people want to see you and catch up. And when you're in such a focus mode, it's really hard to see outside of that focus mode. So how is that with your circle right now? How has that changed your circle?
Man, it's crazy. My whole life I've heard, like, you change. Like, you change because you're growing or getting opportunities within your space that probably others aren't getting, or your friends. So, oh, you're the one that changes. So make sure you don't change. But I don't know if I'm different or if it was just the wrong way to explain that term, because in my experience, everyone else literally changes around you. And not because you change, is because they think what you're doing has changed you.
Wow. Okay.
It's crazy.
I get
It's like,
I totally get this.
And no matter how much I would try to prove to them, like, yo, bro, see, I'm doing the same exact things I would do when we're up on the corner, when we're there yard. I'm doing the same things. We're burn the same herb, where I'm the same me, probably just a little more polished, probably a little more focused, discipline. But it's like, hey, I'm laughing, we're well a vibe, man, I do the same things. And it's like,
but people switch
it's
up.
being absorbed differently now, because it's like, before it's like, oh, they think we were on the same level, so we're friends, we're peers, like, you doing this, that's cool. No, you're trying to do the same things, just like, yeah, virgin. When me go out with my virgin them, it no matter if me think you have money or not. If I'm my movement, like, yo, we're go together under my movement, like, we're go here for support, something with me a part of. Yo, every man I gotta have weed, every man I gotta have money, everybody I gotta have them own. But when you start to do it after a while, it's like, wait, taking better than me. So how they start to accept you and what you do changes.
Yeah.
It's not even them really change. It's like, how them...
Well, it's like they're secretly showing you that they're putting you on a pedestal, but they
but that you never even...
knew that you were on.
Yeah, or even cared to be on. Like, yeah, I'm a friend. Like, I want you to be here. Like, you know, and it goes for any friend I've ever had. It's like, there's always a point, and it always happens after something great happen. Like, it just starts to get so weird. Like, and it made me go through like a series of like, depression is a strong word. I never ever feel like I'm depressed, but go through a sense of reflection, because am I the problem? Like, but it make you so hyper focused on yourself that you start to lose yourself because of what you think people think has changed.
But when you lose yourself, you find yourself.
Exactly.
It's when you lose yourself that you actually look for yourself. And I call those days, not to interrupt, but I really want to add on to what you're saying. I call those days now, instead of like having a down day or feeling depressed, I call them integration days, because I feel like they're the days where you're integrating things that you're just now discovering about yourself, which is like a small shedding of skin to be able to integrate that new piece of you. Because every relationship is such a reflection of where you're at. It shows you where you're at every time. Like, even when like a love relationship doesn't work out, it's a way to show you where you can heal yourself in so many ways. And I know it's such a redundant thing to say, but it is truly about like, you can reconnect with that same person later and have a completely incredible relationship where you didn't before, because you've learned so much and had those integration days and self-reflected, and then all of a sudden you show up different. And it's such a subtle difference, but those subtle differences mean a lot, those differences, if you know what I'm saying.
It's perfect. I like the word you use, integration, because it's almost like, because I'm like an IT youth, like technology, like when the data and data integrates and the amalgamation of things, I like that, because that's what really happens. Like, and I like what you said, like, when you lose yourself is really when you find like your real self, really. And also when you lose people, because sometimes they could be, I like the word crutch, like, you know what I mean? You put them there also to like, not ground you, but to keep you on this thing so you feel like you don't change too. So when you lose them, that safety net is gone. Yeah. It's like there's nobody there to be in your ear to be like, no man, you do good or whatever. So, you know, the changes in my life, being more disciplined, being more focused, being more intimate with myself and the project I'm working on right now, which is me. I've lost people for sure. And it wasn't a loss. I hope they don't see it as a loss. It's more of like, we've learned all that we can from each other at that time. No, and maybe we'll learn from each other again, but space and time and distance as well.
It's healthy.
It's healthy, isn't it? So I had to learn that. Like for me at first, I was like, oh, them say, my brain, my do this, and and you can't control it, you know what I mean? It just happens. And the best way to approach it is to see the good in it. I can't look at it as negative. Yeah.
And how do you see your mindset has changed from living in one particular place and growing up a certain way and then integrating into this culture. LA is its own country, planet in itself.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like you've changed, and what do you feel like has changed about you? Because a lot of people say, oh, LA is fake and this music business is fake. But I want to know your opinion of that, and then how you've slid into that. Because you kind of like, you came in within, I don't know, within your first year of being in the States, you got Grammy nominated.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it still sounds crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But you came from Jamaica. You came out here with this idea of what you want to do, and then you're Grammy nominated within the first year. So what changes do you feel like have completely changed from your mentality back in Jamaica to being here? Because it does have to change.
Yeah, it has to change. The greatest thing about Jamaica, like I always say it to people, is that it almost feels like there's no rules. So you could, with the right connection and the right energy, you could be within your own bubble and be successful as well, and don't care about growth or nothing else really, because this is paradise. Like, where you want to go? Why you want to leave? Like, it's the greatest paradise on earth. That's how I
really
feel,
is.
you know?
Yeah.
But the minute you kind of leave on the pursuit of your passion and your dreams, not just like, oh, I'm traveling, I'm going around the world to just travel. No, like you're going out there because of a passion and a dream. It's totally different shift. You can go through culture shocks. You can go through so many different things. But for me, I think it was perfect for me. I've been working hard, you know, putting together what I like to say, myself and my brand and my career for like 10 years in Jamaica, or 9 years before I came here. Professionally, I would say, yeah. And in those 9 years, I was getting a lot of training. I was building all the building blocks for me to develop as a person, as a human, as an artist, as a son, as a brother. But coming here, it refines the development that you get within your hometown. Like, it refines, it adds to it. So in Jamaica, you have to have a little more, how I'd like to say, you have to in tune with your psychology. Like, you have to have a lot of wit. You have to have a lot of read between the lines. So that helped me a lot when I was here. But when people say over here is fake, I think every city or major city, or anywhere you go, that has a lot of people, there will be that energy that, oh, it's fake, or this is rare. You always hear that.
Yeah.
But the reason why I love LA is, at least when you're here and you feel that they say it's fake, people still want to work.
They do.
I've been in spaces where it's fake and nobody wants to work. That is the worst thing ever. Like, you're all being, hi, we'll go on cordial and talk, and nothing gets done. Nothing happens. And that's sadly one of the things within reggae that I think more of us should leave and see the world. And because it's like we're in this bubble and we don't collab as much, we don't do as much, we don't work as much like how you see other genres work. Because it's really just that mindset that's there. Like, it's this energy of like, you have to pretend to be this thing, but you really don't like it.
Yeah.
So nothing gets done. But you're over here, most of us are transplanted, so you have to work. Over here is expensive. You have to hustle. So you don't have time to waste. So even if you have a fake energy about you, you still want to get the job done. Because you have bills to pay. You have mom is watching you. You don't want your mother to be like, oh, you never make it. Come back home. So you have so much on your shoulder. It's either you really make it or break it.
That's it.
But I would prefer a place where you can get the job done, get your work done, develop yourself, meet people, and network. Still find your own people in the space. Yeah. And they say that, and still there's this, I don't even like the word fakeness. There's this Hollywoodness. You know, you have the Hollywood side of it too, which is like posh, and we're all at these events and we're like,
but
you know what I mean?
They're really fronting that they got
You're
stuff
like,
that they don't really have. Like, I feel like a lot of people here have this massive facade about what they've really got going on. And behind that, it's like, I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling.
I don't go out as much. Because it's all like, if it's not somebody I love and rate, and I'm genuinely supporting them, because that's been something I've been practicing lately. Like, usually I'm like, I'm not going anywhere, but if it's somebody I love and I rate, I'm going to be there to support. But I have to do it that way, because when I do it the other way and I just go out or go to the clubs, it all becomes like part of my language, but who got the bigger, you know what I mean? Who got the bigger ego? Who got the bigger dick? Who got the bigger energy? Who got the biggest car? Who have the flashiest? Who have the latest Louis V's? Like, I'm not from that world either.
And you're known as like the Jamaican that smiles.
Yeah,
like the Rasta that smiles.
That's
like
happy, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I know when I went to Jamaica and I've been around certain places, like nobody smiles. Like that's a different energy that you bring. But now I've probably never told you this, but you've actually inspired me in so many ways, because I feel like there's nothing that's impossible for you. You came here and you didn't really have anything. And you made something out of nothing. And a lot of the times I think to myself, like anytime I feel like I'm ready to complain about my situation, I think H3ro literally came here with nothing and got Grammy nominated within a year and put out his project and went on tour in the US. Like you are like a magician. And the one thing I'll say about you is your energy is just that of someone that cannot lose. And I know you have your days where you're like, okay, your integration days.
Yeah.
But all in all, you get back up every time. And every one of your songs reflects that. You are so honest in your songs. It's so reflective and true to you that you have. I think the greatest thing that I would say watching you has been your resonance of authenticity every time. Like, you've cut through all the bullshit, you've cut through all the noise, and you did it really quick. Like, you checked your scene, you checked the settings, you checked the people that you like, you checked the people who are for you, and you stuck to the plan and you did it, and you made. Like, you even went to Ghana and, like, you went out to Africa and did a tour. That was your dream. Like, you scripted it out.
Make me emotional,
You scripted it out. And everything that you did, like, everything you said you were going to do, you did. Like, that's so inspired. That's the reason why I wanted you on the show, because I wanted people to see somebody that came from nothing and created everything from an idea. Every time you had an idea, you made it happen. Like, how do you do that?
Man, I feel like God really sent you this. Just let me hear all of this. I think this whole podcast was just for me to hear that, yo. I swear. Even in this moment.
Now I'm emotional.
Even just in this moment, you don't like. Only probably Yako, you know, my cameraman and my friend knows really what like, even in this moment of like you saying that, what I'm going through, and it's just like, yeah, that is me. It's like, you know, you just reminded me. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for that, yo. Yeah, so to the question, I guess, for me, it's just been like, I don't have any other option. I don't have any other choice. I've been forced to, by the universe, to like, I am the unstoppable force. So you're gonna have to show me the immovable object, like, and still I'm gonna find a way. Like, I just don't. I'm a firstborn. There's a lot of pressure in that, you know. My parents were from the ghetto, so I know from an early age. I left my parents' house when I was 15. You know what I mean? I knew there was nobody coming to save me. Nobody was coming to that house to save me and my family. Somebody had to go out there and try to change history for something, you know?
Yeah.
So when I say I'm on a mission, I know, like, people just say it, but it's like, I'm in the car, and I'd get a phone call while we're doing the content, and my dad is like, yo, we need to do this, and Ray, and your mom, and Ray. And I'm like, that just adds 50,000 more pressure. That just makes the diamond even stronger, you know? So, yeah, that's just been it for me. I don't have no plan B. I've never had one. And every time I start to think about having one, I start to fail. So I think for me, it's just, I just got to keep going. Like, I'm like an arrow where the Most High release through a bow, and just, and there's nothing that's, even when the arrow start lose like a velocity or look, it just lift up back, you know. So
I feel like the wind knows every time you're losing velocity and just picks you right
every
back
time,
up.
every time.
People give like the jewelry you have on right now. I've seen it. I've seen people just give you
Jackets.
things. People give
Yeah,
you're like
I got this
a
around the Grammy time.
walking
It's crazy.
magnet.
Yeah.
You people look at you and they're just like, I want to give you this.
Yeah.
And that's because of, I personally have seen it myself. That's because of the way you make people feel. And I think that's also the way you inspire people with how you every day stay so true to what it is that you love and what it is that you know you need to do. So when you were talking about with your family and how someone had to change that, is that where your name came from, Blvk H3ro?
Yeah, you could say that, but it was more like I've been watching like animes, I guess, from I was like 4 or 5. So over the years, you know, I guess I've just stuck with the story of, you know, the protagonist, like the hero, the guy who just always gets beaten and always save the day. You know, I was always just tight because I just felt like that was my story. When I moved out of my parents' house, like I was homeless for a bit, and I moved into a house with a couple of my brethren them, and we was there, and at that time I had some money, so I was like, you know, working a job and could pay for some stuff, and everything was good. Everyone was there with me, you know. Then I lost the job, going full force into music, and I remember going into the fridge for like orange juice. There's some orange juice in there, so you know, and make like a bun and cheese and orange juice because I'm hungry. And one of the homies' girlfriends said to me, say, you put nothing in the fridge? And I went like this. And this was after me buying groceries for months, paying rent for months. And like nobody ever had to complain. Like, you know, I'm taking care of everybody now. I'm just going to get a juice. And she was just like, yo, you put nothing in the fridge. And that day was the most embarrassing day of my life. I just felt like, okay, I can't stay in this house. I went in the room and just started crying. And at the time, Wale had put out an album called Gifted. I won't forget. And on that album was a song called Black Heroes. And that album was just making me cry. I don't know why. I was just in the room, I was crying. And at the time, I was just like hearing a little voice in my head. So I had this book in front of me. And I said to myself in that moment, tonight is the night I'm going to find my name. At the time, I was going by JR. You know, everybody was calling me JR, JR. You know, I was like, that's not me. That's my father's name. Like, I'm a junior now. And while I was listening to it, I saw the Blvk H3ro and I was like, yo, that's such a cool song. And then a voice in my head said, yeah, man, stop the crying. You're a hero. And I just write down Blvk H3ro. I said, no, I'm a Blvk H3ro. And then after that, I just started seeing weird spellings in my head, like literally. Weird spelling, Blvk. And I had the hero. I was like, I met the E at 3. And I was like, oh, that look kind of like an anime name. Look kind of like Superman. You know, I'm like, it doesn't feel racial or nothing like that. It just feels like, oh, that's cool. And then from that day, I left out the house like 3 days after that. Went into a full years of homelessness, and now I'm here with you, Zenia. Like, that she caused that. Big up my virgin ex-girlfriend for telling me, say, I never put no juice in the fridge because I wouldn't be here.
Exactly. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You,
yeah, for real.
But that's like, it's those moments, isn't it? It's those moments of true, like, sometimes it can be that moment of true sorrow, and it can be the moment of true humiliation, embarrassment, those kinds of things that you find your greatest gems. Like I find, and I said this before, I said this recently to a friend, I said, it's in your dark night of the soul that you go down and you pick up the most expensive gemstones. And you will never find that wisdom. Wow. You will never find that wisdom anywhere else. You have to go through the dark night of the soul to pick up that wisdom, to come back up and actually apply it. But everybody goes through a dark night of the soul. Especially when you have such
Is that an album
really
title, or somebody should make this an album title? That's
everybody
crazy.
does though. Everybody goes through this hard time, you know, there's this really dark time, but integrate it and go pick up those gems, because you'll know that you have this compassion for people, you'll come back out of that, and you'll start looking at people differently because you're like, I don't know what they're going through right now. Let me not assume.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But those gems come from those places and those moments of
Uncomfortableness.
moving out of a place that you would have just stayed had you been able to take a sip of orange juice. Do you know what I mean? In peace.
In peace.
But, you know,
After I
like...
should take out so much of my juice and biscuit already. I don't worry. Yeah.
So what's the project that you're working on now? I know this is the one I'm part of, right?
Yeah. You're all over it. You're my secret weapon for the album, for sure.
Let me not be secret.
No, they can't get it. You have to give access to them. You
That's
guys
true,
can't get
true.
it. You know what I'm saying? No. Anyways, yeah, I think I said it earlier. The project I'm working on right now is me. Like, literally, like working on myself. I'm peeling back every layer I've ever had, like, on me. And just, like, look at myself down to just the atom, like, oh, who am I? And I think it goes back to when they say, know thyself and all that. So I think I'm really understanding myself, like, what I'm here for, what I'm meant to do, purpose and all that. And then I thought, what's the best way to show, because that's a silent process, as you said. You go through these things very alone. So what's the best way to put this into vibe to the world and in music? You know, what I love. So with Yako's help, with Aspect, with your help, with Sonic, with Keelstone, with everybody I'm working with right now, Lewis, Porsche, you know, Delicious, like everybody I'm working with right now is helping me to be the best version of myself. And that's what's coming through the record. So, like, I have a song called Good Friend. And that was the day when I was going through, like, I really lost a really close friend of mine. Like, I thought we were going to be best friends forever. You understand? And I was going through that process of dealing with it, and I was making the song. And that was the last day that person called me. That's how I know I was really
in the zone,
letting
in the
it out.
Spirit.
You know, songs about making up to break up. I've never made those, you know. So every aspect of me that I've discovered that I'd like or don't like, I'm putting it, like, out there. And in Jamaica, you have so many songs about probably bad mind, bad friend. Instead of looking at the situation and saying my friend was a bad friend or them did bad mind, I'm like, what were the good qualities? That either I was I was a good friend to them or they were a good friend to me, and I just made a song called Good Friend because that's really what I took away from that layer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really just working on myself, my mind, my body too, my spirit, everything, like purging a lot of things, unlearning a lot of things, and the harsh reality of when my mother used to tell me, say, like my grandmother used to tell me, say, me alone come out of my mother pum pum. It sounds like a joke, but the harsh reality is me alone come out of my mother pum pum for real. I have to sit with myself. There's no manual. It's like no all the advice in the world. You can learn from others' experiences, yes, to a degree. But everything, every scar, every wound, I have to learn from them myself. It's me. Like, so I have to sit down with myself and with the people that are around me right now.
Yeah.
I'm learning so much from them, how to be a better friend, how to be a better brother, a better son. Even when I don't have the answers, just to be there for somebody. When somebody's having their album launch, I'm just going there to be like, yo, I'm happy for you and your album. Like, I don't want you to just come to mine because you think I went to yours. I'm exercising my right to be a friend to the max. Like, take me out the picture. I'm like, oh, this is what it feels to be a friend, to go to somebody's show and spend my money and don't ask for a free ticket and don't ask for a guest list or buy their merch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is what it feels like. Okay. So that's where I'm at.
I
right now.
like that. And, you know, I heard this saying recently and I really love it because you know how there's that saying, treat others how you'd like to be treated. I love the new frame on that, which is treat others how they would like to be treated. And I think that's such a beautiful way
That's better.
of showing up for people because your love language could be so different to somebody else's love language. And that goes for friendships, relationships, all different kind of ships. But I wanted to ask you, and I really think that this is like such a special episode for you to talk to the people out there, and this is not just about becoming an artist or becoming a musician or becoming famous, what would you say, looking into your camera, what would you say to the people out there who are in the really stuck space of their journey of becoming who they're destined to be?
Okay. I guess the one thing that has helped me the most in my life, the one sentence I could probably say is, it doesn't get easier, you just get better at it. You manage it better, you understand it better. So whatever passion or field, music, no matter what it is, it actually doesn't get easier, you just get stronger. You get better, you get faster, you get more mature, you get more wisdom, you get more understanding, because you just keep going at it. So coming into music, that's what I'd tell anybody. Like, there's all these answers that you've probably already heard on TikTok, which is like, go for it, don't take no for an answer, persistence, 10,000 hours. But the real thing I've learned, because even that point that you want to get to, you think it's going to be easier, and it's actually 50 times harder. And the only reason why you're there and can manage the 50 times harder is because you already managed the 10 times harder getting there.
I love this. Yeah.
So that's what I've learned. It's like, oh, this music thing actually does get easier. When you start, oh, you never had a manager or nothing like that? That's cool. You think when you get a manager and a PR and everything gets easier? Your story has to be clearer. Your branding has to be on point. You have to be more presentable. You have to be clear with your vision. Like, you start making more money. You start paying more tax. You start you start doing this. Lawyers and it literally gets harder, but you get stronger to deal with it. So it's like working out at the gym. The more your muscles grow, the more weight you can take on, right?
Right.
So that's my advice. It don't get easier. You just get stronger. So just stay at it. Yeah.
And did you ever think that when you were living in Jamaica and when you were homeless and when you were not able to drink orange juice, did you ever think that you'd be like living in LA, being Grammy nominated? Nah. Did you ever think you would have your own tours in the US or worldwide?
No. But I did. I think everyone has a sense of like, I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. Like Yako would always say, I'm not crazy. There's something here. There must be something here. Like, is it just me? Like, but you never know how it really is going to pan out. You never know. You have dreams, you have ideas, you probably have seeds you've planted in your subconscious that were there building over time, and it happened. Like, I've put in probably countless songs I wanted to be Grammy nominated. Word for word, like how I wanted to appear on the red carpet with my friends, and that's exactly what I did. So sometimes too, gotta manifest it, put it out there too, but for me, I never would ever expect I would smoke a spliff with Paul McCartney. I'll be making music with Xenia, because you're a legend in your own right. We've all seen you my whole life. You're a Tennessee kid, you know what I'm saying? I'm with a Tennessee kid, bro. Like, you ever understand, like, toured with everybody around the world, able to learn from you how to be a better musician, a better person, a better man. Being around Yako, who's like been in the film industry for 30 years, music industry, mixed for Backstreet Boys, all these things. I'm like, you better come mix something over here, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, learning from him how to be self-sufficient, how to push through the moments, because some of the things we're going through are similar, and seeing him get breakthroughs in front of my eyes, I'm like, my poor days are going to be over real soon. Yeah. Like, I mean, because he was just right there. And he's like, so it's just like, it will all pan out, man. It will all pan out. I just never knew, and I'm happy. And you'll be real grateful when you don't know how it's going to pan out. Yeah. If you know how if somebody could tell you, like, in a year, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to happen, that's going to happen, you'll be just sitting back like,
relaxing.
It's not as exciting. Yeah. But to be in your bed, laying down, sleeping, and your phone ringing, and everybody's calling you like, yo, check the TV, you're nominated. Go back and say, wake up. It's real. You call everybody on the planet. That moment is greater than anything else. Yeah. So allow you to discover those moments. You know what I mean?
But you said yes to opportunities that got you there.
For sure.
You said yes, and you showed up, and you applied yourself, and you were ready because of all of your training. And then also looking back and being like, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to the way life was then. I know I'm destined for greatness. I know that's the thing. Your gift is always your currency. Your gift, if you don't have any money, your gift, and your gift not just the gift of your actual talent or what it is that you're good at, whether you're good at IT or math or things like that. Oftentimes it's your personality and people just liking being around you and the way you make people feel. That's your currency.
You just explained my new definition that this whole year, my new definition of prosperity for me was when I looked to the whole year of touring, all the countries I've been at over the last couple of years, I'm like, wow, my ability to make a friend or an acquaintance or to be safe anywhere I'm in this world, that's prosperity. That's prosperity for me. Like, money never made any of these things happen. It was being in the airport and wanting a lighter, and then that person turned out to be Neo's engineer who helped. You understand?
Right.
Like, these are just
So
having
smoking
conversation.
does
Of
work out for
course,
you.
it does. For me, for sure, isn't it? But just having the conversation that sparks. Borderline, I'm like, oh, so where you from? Like, it's so. That's prosperity. Like, if you can go anywhere in this world, and you have friends and good people around you, and you're safe, that's real prosperity. That's been last 10 years of my life. I'm rich because of that.
Don't you find that kids these days are kind of losing their social skills, though? Like, I feel like we kind of grew up around an age where we didn't lose our social skills. We had to speak to adults. We had to speak to other people. Everyone's all like in their phones.
To get a girlfriend.
Listen.
This new age of DM is like, it's fascinating, but the nerve-wrackingness of if this girl likes you and you're approaching her and you're stumbling over your words and she's finding it quirky and probably cool and laughing. Like, I miss that.
Yeah.
We've eliminated like the thrill of the hunt. You know what I mean?
But just I think
general,
that's like social skills are really important. Even just like, I notice that I meet new celebrities all the time, and in general, my first thing that I usually ask them, like, what'd you do today? Like, it's such a present moment, and I don't mean it. It's not my like gimmick thing to say. It's just like, most people will start talking about like, oh, I love your jacket. I love the way you look. They'll talk about their appearance, or I love the song you did, or I love this. But I'm like, what'd you do today? Like, oh, I worked out. It's like just a normal I would ask anybody that. I'd ask you that.
And that's a real question.
That's the thing. Like, what'd you get up to today? Like, or what are you up to? That's just you
also making, in your own way, you're a therapist. So when you do that, you make people become present, even if they weren't.
I'm not your guru. I'm just your girl.
But social media, I look at it in 3 stages. Like, social media is 3 parts. Like, the people who own it, who made the apps and control the flow of ads and the algorithm, the creators who bring life to the social media, like all the musicians, art, graphics, comedians, stuff like that, and then the comment section. And I think the comment section was created for people who, let me put it the right way. Like, I think the comment section mainly, even though you have good comments, but it's mainly made for people who wouldn't have a voice, who don't have any passion, who don't have anything really to contribute, to tear you down. I think it was made to empower people who tear down people, because it's the thing that drives the most traffic. It's the thing that gets everybody going. It's the thing that they always tell you, no, don't delete the bad comments because that's good. Like, bad things sell. There's no such thing as bad publicity. So those comment sections is for those people to feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
It's for them to comment and be like, I look at your works and I like it. Even when they're saying good things, I look at it like, oh, these are people who think they have power over you and your art, and be like, I like this, so it must be good.
In the
or
grandstand.
It's garbage. I think it's garbage, so it must be garbage. You're not good. And there's 50 billion other people might like it.
It's the people in the
But it
grandstand
makes
of the Coliseum.
them feel good in that 5 seconds that they typed it. Like, yeah, I got that off my chest. That person, so
Exactly.
it's
That's
a 3
great
part,
analogy.
and that's how the 3 people make money. The people who own it, the people who invent and create stuff on it, and the people who hate. There's literal money. That's social media. So when you eliminate communication, those are the people who win.
Okay. Yeah, I got that. That makes a lot of sense.
You know what I mean? So it's if we kill communication, like everything is gone. A baby learns most of what it knows from like a mom, the family, the environment, the words, the vibrations, the frequency. So if we're not talking to each other directly and it's just to a cold text, that's why I like voice notes. They're like, oh, you can hear my body language at least. You can hear my state of mind, my tone. So, you know, so many times I've texted and they're like, what you say? I'm like, no, it's a joke. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, you especially.
Me especially, because I'm like,
code.
no, bro, it's a joke. Oh, but if they had been in my presence while I'm saying it, they would have laughed.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just like, social media, we have to be careful. That's why I took a break from it. I was posting content nonstop for like 3 years because I kind of wanted to inspire reggae to stop being so mysterious. No one will ever be giving you the credit for it, but I'm telling you, like everybody's posting content now. We're not wearing just the army clothes again with the Rasta belt. It's like I always wanted to fuse urban and all of that. I'm just saying all that to say I had a mission while I was posting so much. But now, the joy in it is gone. Like there's no communication happening anymore. You can't go direct to your fans. You're cutting it down to 10% and all these things. So social media is now
it's back to real life tours, real life performances,
sales, doormen,
connecting with people.
Yeah,
I love that
every day, and I prefer it that way. I prefer the shows. No one did have to tell me that touring was the way. Of course, if there's 10 people in this room, and you can get 2 of them, mission accomplished. 2 fans a day. Oh, I go into this Ralph's. My new thing is I might start performing in Ralph's. Walmart. Just drive around with a cart with a speaker, but I just say, yo, and keep a Ralph concert and make them kick me out or something because, or a Trader Joe concert, because these people are going about their lives, want good music. And anytime I'm in the supermarket or something, I'm like, why are they playing this elevator music? Or what's going on? Like, so that's just another example
when
I'm saying
I say
to people.
One, you say love.
One,
love.
Oh, the cashier. I'm telling you. So these are my ways, like shows in person, nothing going to beat in person. Never. Nothing will ever beat that. A physical. I wish I was buying CDs and vinyl so much more. But I'm getting in the habit now because all of this is going to fade. Social media is going to fade. The internet's going to fade. What we have left is the bonds that we built. So
that's it. It's everyone wants to discover their roots again. I kind of
have a love-hate thing with social media, I swear, because internet helped me to be seen in a sense. Yeah. And you know, gatekeepers are there for a reason. I respect them now more than ever too, because I always hated them. You hear the words, you're like, oh, hate. But I get it. Somebody has to be there to make sure there's a refinement process of what is going out to the world. So I love the internet for the fact that you can bypass that. You know what I mean? But I hate the internet for the fact that you can have your dreams completely obliterated if you're not strong. You can present something to the world on social media with the best intent, the best intention, the best heart, and they will look at something in that video or that content and be like, what did he just do? And just mash up your whole life and career just from one thing. Now mistakes can't be made anymore. Like we're built to be robotic. So totally kind of hate that now.
So H3ro, where can everybody find you on social media now that we speak about social media? Where can everybody find you?
BlvkH3ro.com. You know what I mean? Blvk H3ro with a 3.com. That's the best place. I don't know if by the time you watching this video 100 years from now, if Instagram and them will be there, but BlvkH3ro.com is the best place. And Blvk H3ro on every platform. If you just type in regular spelling too, I'll pop up. Yeah. Thank
you so much for being with me today on this show. It was cool. I'm so grateful for you. You're such an inspiration to me, and you're such an inspiration to so many people. And I wanted
make me emotional.
I wanted people to hear your story, because it doesn't matter what you say. You always say it with passion, because everything you say is with authenticity. And I feel like that's the seed that you planted, going back to the beginning of this show when you talked about the seed. I think the seed for you has always been grown from authenticity. So thank you for coming and being yourself 100%. I appreciate you.